Hey Facebook, happy Monday. I hope you guys are all having a really great Monday night. I know for me, I'm super excited because tonight is the premiere of The Bachelor in Paradise, which is my absolute guilty pleasure. But anyways, so I just want to wait just a second to see if anyone hops on before I kick off the video. I do want to say, you guys, this is actually kind of funny because in a lot of my professional jobs that I've had, doing videos and stuff is something that I'm used to doing, and then I've done tons and tons of videos within the Beachbody world as well. And I will say that this one video specifically, I literally am like terrified. I am sweating in weird places. You might even be able to hear it in my voice. I'm just really nervous, you guys. You know, I have a story that I want to share with you guys, and I want to share with you guys about, you know, what's going on and where I'm headed. But there's always a little bit of nervousness, you know, when you open up, the fear of judgment, the fear of what people may think, what people may say. So I'm not gonna lie, I am freaking out right now. Like literally my heart feels like it's gonna beat out of my chest. So, okay, so it looks like we have quite a few people on, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to not look at the comments only because I get really distracted really easily. I'm kind of like that dog in the movie Up, you know, where he's like, ooh, a ball, ooh, a ball. Like that's totally me with comments on Facebook. So I'm gonna stick to my story and stick to the things that I want to share with you guys. And really just take time to be open, real, raw, and honest. You know, if for those of you who know me, you know that I'm very calculated and organized, and I always have like a layout of what I want to talk about. And I actually opted to not do that. I wanted to just speak from my heart and just share, you know, what I'm thinking and where I'm headed. So before I jump into where I'm headed, I really want to share with you guys, for those of you who don't know, why I got into Beachbody 2 years ago to begin with. My story started when I graduated college. I have a bachelor's degree in public relations, and I was totally the girl who was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take over the corporate world, I am going to work my way up, and I'm gonna be a director and a VP and a president. Like I literally had this like vision of being like a corporate goddess, you know what I mean? And really quickly after I graduated college and I got into the corporate world, I realized, oh, well this really sucks. I learned that everything that the corporate world stood for was not for me. I didn't like working for someone else. I didn't like reporting to someone else. I didn't like working, you know, for someone else, on someone else's time and things like that. So I learned really quickly on in my professional career that the corporate world was not for me. So I always kind of in the back of my mind had like my eyes peeled for something that I could do that would help me make money and bring me joy. Obviously, you know, those are two very important things. And so in the fall of 2014, my husband Warren and I got married, and sadly 2 weeks after we got married, my mom passed away unexpectedly. It was, like I said, it was unexpected, and when you go through an experience like that, it really jolts you. It really kind of makes you kind of take a look around at your life and reevaluate things, and really, you know, it's a very abrupt reminder of just how short life can be. And after she passed away, I told myself that I was going to live life to the fullest, that I was going to take opportunities that came my way, that I was going to say yes, and I was going to do so in her honor. So very shortly after that, we found out I was pregnant, and very early on in my pregnancy, you guys, I was approached about being a Beachbody coach. Now, if any of you have been following me for a long time, or even for a little bit, you guys will know that I was the first person to hate hardcore on these people. Like, literally hate. I would talk, pardon my language, but I would talk shit. I would unfriend them and block them. I would say, wow, like, I can't believe they were involved in these scams. Like, I literally was, like, such a big hater of any sort of, like, multi-level marketing. And so when I was approached about it, I was like, psh, no, I'm not going to be caught dead doing something like that. So anyway, so my pregnancy continued, and as it continued, I kept seeing things pop up all over the place. You know, these women finding success, and they're happy, and things like that. And so finally, towards the end of my pregnancy, my husband and I agreed that I would be leaving my corporate job and staying at home with our son, Lincoln. Now, I want to state, to even be in that sort of position is incredible. I know that a lot of people would love to stay at home with their children, but financially they're not able to make it happen. So I know how lucky I was to even be in that position. But I also know how much I really value and like having something that's just mine. I like having something that I can, say contributed to the family. So at 9 months pregnant, I signed up to be a Beachbody coach. And that was almost 2 years ago. And I want to say, you guys, my Beachbody journey was incredible. I mean, a lot of you guys have been following me and you've seen me post about it and talking about it and sharing about it. It has done so many amazing things for me and my family. Hands down, amazing products that work, amazing workouts that work. I believed it then and I still believe it now. Nothing bad to say about the products or programs. And I realized that, as I got into the entrepreneurial spirit, I realized how much I loved it. My goals went from, I would love to make some fun money to, I would love to cover the car payment this month to, I would love to send us on vacation. And I realized being an entrepreneur, being my own boss, this is where I belong. And I loved it and I ran with it. And you know what, you guys? As far as my Beachbody career goes, I was really successful. I was a 3-star diamond. So that probably means nothing to any of you, but it just means that I was in the top 1% of the company. I was creating leaders on my team. My team was amazing. I love my team, filled with so many smart and talented and successful people. I helped hundreds and hundreds of people, work on their health and fitness goals. I mean, there was nothing that I don't have any bad experiences with it. And to this, going forward, I will always say that I love their products and I think that they work. But I wanted to open up and share a little story with you guys. A few months ago, I started to feel plateaued. Plateaued professionally, emotionally, physically, personally. I mean, if you would have looked at my life, just across the board, I felt a plateau. And I started to get really nervous because after I had Lincoln, I actually dealt with some pretty bad postpartum depression, very, very, very bad. And I started to feel that creep in a few months ago, that same feeling I had where it was really hard for me to find joy in, everyday things. And, after about a month of feeling that way, it started to impact my marriage. It started to impact my relationship with my son, Lincoln. It started to impact every single aspect of my life. I don't even know if I can call it depression, but just this sense of sadness that I was feeling. And it didn't matter how many workouts I did or how many times I drank Shakeology or how much personal development I did. I was stuck and I was sad and I was plateaued. And I didn't know how to get past it. And suddenly I started seeing something new on my news feed. I know that there's a ton of stuff out there on the news feed, you guys. I know that. I know that there's always someone trying to sell something and that it's really hard to decipher what is actually legit and what's, a quick fix and who's genuine and who's not. I get that, you guys. And I saw something on my news feed and it was people talking about this new product I was not familiar with at all. And they were saying how everything that I just explained I felt, how I was plateaued, how I was struggling to feel joy in things and just feeling down, that this product helped with that. Now, me being me, just like I did before I started Beachbody, you guys should know my reaction. I was like, bullshit. I call bullshit on that. There's no way that you can drink this product and suddenly be happy and have energy and do all these things. And, but again, that's just me. I always like to play devil's advocate. And so, I talked about it a little bit with my husband and, like I said, I was really struggling. A lot of areas of my life were impacted. And so he and I both agreed that I should try a sample. So I bought a 10-day experience so I could try it for 10 days. And you guys are going to think I'm a crazy person, and that's okay because when I was on the other side listening, I thought that they were crazy people as well. 2 days in, and I'm not exaggerating, 2 days in, you guys, I was completely changed. And I know that seems dramatic and I know that seems crazy. And if you guys have been following me for a while, I hope you know that I'm not someone to embellish or lie or align myself with something that isn't real and wouldn't work. 2 days in, I was like, holy shit. Like, I had more energy. When I was working on my business, I felt like super laser focused. Like I felt like Superwoman. But the biggest thing for me, you guys, well, actually there's two big things. Any of you moms on here, actually any of you women on here, you may be able to relate to this. But the brain fog. I don't know if any of you have experienced brain fog. I had it so bad that I literally had told myself one day, like, Laura, this is just how it's gonna be. And I'm talking about the brain fog where you're just so disconnected from everything in your life. You're disconnected from your spouse, you're disconnected from your kids, you're disconnected from your job because of that freaking brain fog. 2 days in, you guys, that brain fog was lifted. And if that wasn't enough, at day 5, Warren came home and he said this to me. He said, babe, you have been so happy the past couple days. Like, it's so great seeing you like this. And for me, that was what sold me, because you know what? It was one thing for me to feel incredible and for me to feel amazing, but for my husband to acknowledge the fact that I was being me again. I was being happy. I didn't feel like I was constantly fighting against these negative emotions. And you guys, again, I know I probably sound like a crazy person. And if you're anything like me, you're probably like, yeah, okay. But believe me when I tell you that these 10 days had such a huge impact on me that that's what led me to the struggle of, okay, do I stay with Beachbody, something I know and love and have worked really, really freaking hard to build up, or because I have so much love for this product and it's had such an impact on me, do I move forward? Do I move forward and align myself with that because I know how freaking amazing it is? Thus started a week of a lot of emotions, a lot of research. I'm like a huge nerd in that sense. You know, like I shared at the beginning of the video, I'm very calculated, I'm very organized. I am not someone to be like, oh, that seems fun, I should go do that. No, I'm someone who takes pride in doing her research and knowing the facts and making sure that not only is it a product I love, but on the flip side, is it something that is going to be a good decision for my family? You know, as I said, Beachbody, I was in the top 1% of the company. I was making a full-time income. A lot of things were going really, really well in my business. That's not why I'm leaving. But I, of course, had to be a smart businesswoman and ask myself these questions if taking this new path would be a smart business decision. And again, through all the research, all the hours of videos I watched and the articles and everything that I found, every single thing was pointing to this being the next step for me. The comp plan was incredible. Obviously, I love the product and had a connection to it. It's innovative, it's new. There's nothing out there like it. It's, you know, it's the only thing on the market. All these things were pointing me in this direction. And instead of being excited about this new pathway, I immediately felt an immense amount of guilt, an immense amount of fear about what people would think about me, which is funny because for those of you who've been following me, you know that I used to care a lot about what people think of me. And I've come really far in that sense, but of course I'm only human. I'm only human, you guys, and sometimes it is scary to think about how people would react. You know, I didn't want my team to feel neglected. I didn't want my clients to feel neglected. You know, those are all people that are really important to me. But at the end of the day, and I've been posting a lot about this the past couple days, if you are finding yourself in a position in your life, in a story that no longer serves you, you have permission to move on. You have permission to move forward. You have permission to do whatever the hell you want, you guys. There's no rule or law or anything that states that you have to stay somewhere where you are feeling stifled, where you are feeling not passionate. You have permission, and I kind of had to tell myself that. I had to give myself permission to allow myself to take the chance, to gather the courage to pursue a new path that could be really, really amazing for me and my family. And not only that, you guys, but one of the huge deciding factors for me in this whole thing, you know, I've shared a lot, love the product, love the comp plan, love everything. This product will allow me to help more people. And that is my mission, you guys. Reaching more people, helping people feel good about themselves and happy. Nothing drives me more than helping people. And this product does not discriminate. You don't have to drink Shakeology for me to help you. You don't have to do anything. This product does not discriminate, and that was huge for me because I started thinking, oh my gosh, Laura, think of all the people that you could help and that you could impact. So obviously I have decided to walk away from Beachbody. It was a very, very hard choice. It was something that I struggled with. A lot of tears were shed. And honestly, you guys, for the most part, the support has been incredible. The company I'm going to, because I know you guys are probably wondering, is a company called Pruvit. And the product is called ketones. It is literally a drink. It is the simplest product. There's not, a bunch of ingredients to memorize or anything like that. And like I said, it's something that impacted me so strongly and had such a huge effect on so many pieces of my life that is what urged me to leave something that I spent 2 years building. That's how much I believe in the product and how much I back it. And if you guys have been following me, you know that I would not back something that was fluff. I know there's a lot of freaking fluff out there, a lot of quick fixes. I still believe that you have to work out and eat healthy, you guys. That's still something I back, and that's still something I'm passionate about. But if there's something that can help you in those other aspects and can make working out and eating healthier easier, that is what I want to do. So I wanted to let you guys know I have samples on their way to me right now. I have 5-day experiences and 10-day experiences. I'm not going to use this video to get in all the details of the drink and all that, but if you guys want to chat about it, I am here. Feel free to message me. I'm more than happy to tell you more about ketones, about ketosis, about how they can benefit you. I am an open book, and I will make myself available to you guys. And it's going to be first come, first serve on those samples. So for those of you who are on this live stream, I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart for the support, the positive words, everything. Like, this means so much to me, and I appreciate you guys so much. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope Bachelor in Paradise is amazing. Bye, guys.